Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, they're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Fires to the right. He's got it. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third down, going up top. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Minnesota's offense will be first on the attack. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Hunt is in the air. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So Penn State's offense will go to work for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique, too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it out.
Brings it down on the right side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Now, Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Across the 25. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Taylor has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the ground with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Allard. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
He'll toss it. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Nittany Lions need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Inside the 25. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. On the run, it's Turner. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. He's got his man. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Makes a man miss. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got a man. It's Taylor. The spin. Still on his feet. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly, and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. In such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Nittany Lions will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
You got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. gun, they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's caught. It's Hudson. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Singleton.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Got a little space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat. deep and forcing the incompletion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air. It's Allard. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pena. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line.
With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Snags it quickly on the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Fighting off the defender. And the Nittany Lions are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Back to pass. It's Allard. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. And the returner will be knocked down. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
What a nice job intercepting the snowball there. The quarterback threw the snowball down the field. Couldn't get it to his wide receiver. Defensive back makes a great play. Tell you what, this snow definitely affected the game.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The cover.
He's loose. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Finds him out of the backfield. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Man, what a nice play in the passing game there. We were all in the car driving over here together in the snow, and we were wondering, is anybody going to be able to even complete a pass in these conditions? Well, I guess we just got our answer there. It's not easy, man. As a quarterback, the ball is slippery, and for receivers or anybody running routes, it's hard to get in and out of breaks, but they might have been throwing that ball in Miami. I mean, that looked beautiful and on time.
Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Looking to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Going up top. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll leave it with the lone back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. To the air, it's Lindsey. And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turning on the Jets. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Golden Gophers are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Golden Gophers will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Ohio State's offense will take the field first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Grabbed behind the line, it's Tate. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Grabbed, here's the marker, it's Peoples. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Tate. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change. But
wide open spaces. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man downfield. They'll find finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's got him. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. The give is to Taylor. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Makes the catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Golden Gophers have it with a first and 10. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Right on target this time. Oh, a lot of space. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air. It's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will be slung down back in the 43. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They're testing the right side here. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. Once he got some room, it was over.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They just keep firing. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Hauls it in. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The Golden Gophers are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for space. It's Peoples. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Sayin. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback extends the play. With the catch, it's Tracy. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch it, you just have to go execute. They do it.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. He makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. He's got an open man.